What's up YouTube, it's Vic. I'm back and today we finally got the Maxima. I got it late last night. I was actually asleep and the guy came by here to bring the Maxima. He said that he was gonna just drop it off because he said he was gonna be late, but he said he was just gonna drop it off. But around like 11 o'clock he got here. He dropped it in the wrong carport to collect payment. He sent me the invoice and I was gonna pay the invoice for payment in the morning when I woke up, but he called me and called me and called me. Said he's outside waiting, wanted me to make the payment, and also he told me that the car didn't stay running, so he said that it needed an alternator and a battery. But when I got to it this morning, I put my lock box on it and the battery is bad, but it stayed running. So I'm guessing it's just a battery. I'm fixing to go get a battery, put it in it, and I'm gonna show y'all the car. I just came from the junkyard. I got a used battery. I know people might ask why do I always go to the junkyard to get parts? And the answer is pretty simple. Because I do this for a business and I have to do what makes sense in each deal. In the deals where the cars are worth more, and I know I got to get more out of the car, and the car's like newer, I'll go and purchase parts new. But when it's just a little cheap car for like $3,000, stuff like a battery could easily cost $200. Then like you got a few other parts, like I believe it's a vacuum leak or something, that all of that stuff can end up costing you easily $1,000. And you don't have $1,000 profit in the car, so you got to do what you got to do. Real important parts that need to be brand new, I do buy brand new, but stuff like a battery and little things, I'm gonna get from the junkyard. I'm not gonna put a crazy amount of money in it to where I can't seek no profit at the end of the day, because that's what it's all about. It's all about making a profit and getting people a safe vehicle that they could drive and get from point A to point B. Alright, you see that? Right here is, no matter how tight I tighten it, it's loose. I don't know if it's focusing. Alright, I gotta go get another one of these so that I can get it to start. Inside's pretty clean. Good. It's an 04. Missing that little piece right there. It's got a little crack in the windshield right there, but that's nothing. It's the old Trailblazer with the misfire. I wasn't really with it the other day when I was here, when I was recording about this vehicle, but I'm gonna get some work done to it, some valve work. Get the mechanic whose shop is over here. I'm gonna get him to do some valve work to it. As you can see, we got oil pouring out of everywhere, so look like I'm gonna have to take it apart and see about the valve cover gaskets in the back. All right, now I got it all took apart. I got this intake off. I have confirmed that it's the valve cover. It's the valve cover gasket is broken, and it was just like leaking oil all over the back onto the exhaust. So regardless, I gotta fix that problem. The other problem I seen, which maybe is why we're getting the misfire, which one are you? It's this one. You see how, see if we can get a focus on it. See how it's burnt up around the edge right here? Alright, you see how it's burned right there? That's the reason why I think I'm getting a misfire. All right, I'm headed back to the parts store again. I'm going to get the valve cover gasket. I think I found the majority of the problems that this car is having. I hope, but this will get me to the next stage of knowing if like what I got. But I do got to go back to the junkyard because I broke the one of the case ventilation hoses, and I also broke and I also got to go get that coil that's broke so I can see what further needs to be fixed. But I'm fixing to pull up here at the parts store to grab this valve cover gasket and go on and put it on. But I gotta find out the torque for each screw in the order that, because they supposed to be tightened in a certain order and with a certain torque. So I gotta find that out, break out the torque gun, and get to work. All right, this is day 2 of the Maxima. The main reason being is yesterday I got a lot of stuff done, but the later it gets in the afternoon, over that building right there, can you see that? Right over that building, the sun sets right there, and it was beaming right down on this car. So I had to take a break yesterday, but where I am now is I took this intake manifold off as I showed you before, and I replaced the gasket on the back valve because it was dripping oil down on the exhaust, and I also found a bad ignition coil in there. So I changed all that out, putting it back together now. I just got done tussling with this here. If you see that gasket right there fell, just got done tussling with this to get this in there because this doesn't bend, and it has to go in a certain exact way. So fixing to go on and tighten it back down and put it back together. Hopefully this solves all of this car's problems. I got it to start. Well, before it was doing like you'll see, like the idle will go down real low. Right there, it'll go up. And it wasn't really doing that before. I'm gonna put the computer on it. There it goes, a lot better. What I did was, when I put it back together, I didn't even tighten none of them bolts because I finished it yesterday and I forgot that I didn't torque those bolts down. So I just went and torqued the bolts down, and as you can see, it runs 100% better. No codes. No codes. I'll check the codes again just to be sure, but the last time, even before I made the adjustment to the intake, it was no codes. All right, let's see if we got any codes. No codes. See that? I think we fixed it. No more smoking. It was 9 times out of 10 what the smoking, why it was still smoking, was because the gasket didn't mend all the way to the metal. So sometimes when you change the valve cover gasket like that, you gotta let it get hot and then let it sit, cool down, then let it get hot and then cool down. And what that'll do is it'll help mend the gasket to it. So at this point, I just gotta get my get the AC checked out. I'm gonna probably take it tomorrow and get the AC checked out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Also hit the bell notification so you're notified when I drop more videos. And until next time, I guess it's peace.